So, what are we going to talk about this week? Hey folks, today is Friday, October 12th, 2018. As usual, my name is Jake, and we're here to talk about video game stuff that has been going on this week. And boy, what a week it's been. We got a couple of things we didn't expect, a couple surprises, and yeah, I guess that's it. Let's get right into it. The first story is, of course, the next PlayStation. This is something that just keeps coming up more and more, and this is a really brief story, but it shows at least where Sony's head is at. Sony CEO Kenshiro Yoshida went on record saying in an interview, "At this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have next generation hardware." So by Sony saying that it is necessary to have a new console, that's essentially, once again, confirming and solidifying their plans to do something after the PlayStation 4. This does line up with things we've heard in the past somewhat. You know, we've heard different timelines, 3 years, less than that they are working on something currently, or that they're only just starting working on something. But from hearing it from the horse's mouth, or in this case, it's the CEO, at the very least, now we know it's definitely a definite. And also, like, no duh, a console is a necessity, a next console, just because the way hardware so rapidly evolves. Still, even though it might feel like things are slowing down, if you look at the pace of PC hardware, there's gonna need to be another console to catch up to that. That's just kind of how it's always been. Will it work that way forever? I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole other video. But in a pretty surprise trailer I woke up to this morning, it's a reveal for Hitman 2's new Ghost mode. This is a competitive 1v1 multiplayer in the upcoming Hitman game, and as just a fan of the series from the beginning, I'm all about this. This is like a small thing, but the way they teased it with this video, the way they pitched this multiplayer mode is awesome. It's essentially 2 Agent 47s and who can get the kill faster and more effectively. The other player can't necessarily disrupt your world, but you will see them in the environment, and the environments are designed to have enough different capabilities, and the fact that the targets are always randomized, that there's gonna pretty much always be something to do. I'm all about this. You guys trying to play this with me? Who's gonna play this with me?
I'll play it.
I'm gonna out Hitman your Hitman. Also, just some housekeeping, a heads up, if you are in the Oklahoma area, November 2nd to 4th, we will be at the Tulsa Pop/XPO convention, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome time. We're going to be doing like kind of a panel, a Friday show / Tuesday live show type of thing. Likely on Friday, if you want to come hang out. If you are a Oklahoman type person, we would love to see you. We link the info in the description if you are curious. I always say video game conventions are the best. This is like a whole pop culture convention, so consider checking it out. In other news, take this next story with a grain of salt because it is a big old fat heavy duty rumor, that's it. But Rockstar's potential Bully 2 has popped up in the news and the whole rumor mill once again. This is from Rockstar Intel, the website that tries to get scoops like this. They have reported apparently that there is a casting call at Pinewood's motion capture studio in the UK with casting looking for a very specific age demographic actors and actresses to portray students in a video game. That's really it. Rockstar Intel has suggested that like Rockstar employees have interacted with this casting thing, but really we're talking about this because this is a story that probably isn't a thing. This is like such a reaching rumor. The casting call is labeled more as a thriller drama, but it is for a video game, and it is also casting professor style characters. So who knows? It's fun to just kind of speculate. As much as I think on paper it seems highly unlikely, things in the past have been leaked thanks to casting calls. But I just really don't know how likely this one is. But I want to hear what you guys think, so let me know in the comments. And if you want to read up on it, like I said, there's not really much info and it's really reaching, but it's linked in the description below as well as everything else we talk about this week. But next, let's run down a couple cool things that we've seen on the internet this week. The first, speaking of Rockstar, is a new breakdown on their site of how the weapons will work in terms of like upgrading and customizing both visually and practical wise. There's a bunch of different types and there's different customization options and weapons for a lot of different situations. And not only that, if you scroll down, they have these really cool like GIFs that are just like reload animation porn. There's something just about a really well done, well designed, well animated reload animation that I really like. I don't know. It's a weird thing to be excited about. If you are a Star Citizen fan or someone who just likes to shit on Star Citizen regardless, we do have a new trailer for Squadron 42 featuring a shit ton of high-profile Hollywood actors in some incredible performance capture stuff here. We got like Mark Hamill, Mark Strong. I'm pretty sure that's the lady from the X-Files. There's a lot here.
The lady from the X-Files.
That is her, right?
Gillian Anderson.
I know. I should really like show some respect. The trailer, I didn't think was really that exciting, but it is just nice to see things coming along, finally, I guess. Also, in case you missed it, after years of anticipation and begging and rumors and stories, it looks like PlayStation is finally going to allow users to change their PSN ID name, which seems like a lot of people out there have ones from many, many years ago that they really regret, so this is a welcome change. The way it's going to go is that it's going to be like a slow rollout for beta users with an eventual 2019 full implementation for everyone. It's going to cost money after you change it the first time, similar to how Xbox does it. And there's a couple little caveats in terms of how it displays. It must have been like really tricky for them to like design all this. I guess with the way their infrastructure was, I don't know. Because the new name will show and work properly with all games published after April 1st, 2018. And just the most popular PlayStation games in general are going to be updated to support this. But Sony did stress that older games may have some issues with displaying your name and your profile properly. Still, this is very cool. It's been a really, really long time coming. I'm happy with my name personally, but if you guys got any really crappy PSN names, we definitely want to hear them. A couple of big things going down this week. Number one, as of right now, the big launch of Black Ops 4. We'll probably have videos rolling out this weekend. We're going to be playing it like crazy. But also, in case you missed it, it looks like Xbox is rolling out its big new dashboard update, including the new version of being able to make an Xbox avatar with a bunch of new options and stuff. Personally, I'm not really the biggest fan of the whole avatar system. I've just never really done it. I've just never really paid much attention to it, but there's a lot more options, so if that is your thing, I guess that's pretty cool. Not only that, they have announced Amazon Alexa integration, so if you have like an Echo or something like that, it's essentially going to take the place of a Kinect in terms of voice commands. Sort of, kind of, look into it. Like I said, all the info is linked in the description, but it could be potentially pretty cool, even though I'm more of a Google Home guy. And something that seems like it came quicker than I expected, but speaking of technology companies and stuff like that, Razer has announced the Razer Phone 2. This is a follow-up to their 120 hertz gaming phone, this time sporting more graphical power, better speakers, and just generally trying to be a phone for people who play video games. Really, I'm talking about it. I wanted to bring it up just because I want to know if any of you guys out there ended up picking up the Razer phone. I really want to know what you think, because we like tech and phones and stuff here, so would love to know your thoughts on that. But speaking of technology and stuff, Microsoft has now more formally announced xCloud. This is their streaming service that they are going to be rolling out public testing in 2019, and essentially it allows you to play your Xbox and Microsoft Windows specific games on other platforms like smartphones and tablets. As of right now, it doesn't seem like a big, huge, crazy thing. They had teased this at E3 this year, just a couple months ago. Other companies do very similar things, but I am curious to see how Microsoft's technology will work into reducing input lag and, improving latency. That is where I think the conversation can get a little more interesting in the future, but that's still a little bit far off. Now, before we go, of course, we got to do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how it goes down by now. There's a link in the description. You click it to sign up. You enter once, then you're entered for good. And then every single week, we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. This week's winner is going to be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, stuff like that, because Tom's going to be reaching out to you to figure out how we can send you your free stuff. Also, since Black Ops 4 is out, we are taking submissions for any glitches or bugs you might come across. Anything stupid, send it to us. Maybe we'll feature it in a video and react to it. There's a form in the description below, so send us what you got. But now we got to talk about every single thing that's happened this week. This is, of course, a show that is a little bit more of a conversation, so we want to hear from you. How do you feel about Black Ops 4? Have you jumped in? Do you like the Battle Royale mode? Maybe you just don't care about Call of Duty at all. I get it. Maybe you're still playing something else. But the biggest stories this week were kind of lightweight. The PlayStation 5 thing, is that a no-duh and obvious for you? What do you want from another PlayStation? And that bully rumor, do you think it's bullshit? Do you think they're reaching, or do you think they might be onto something? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. We're also on discord.gg/GameRanks. There's a bunch of awesome people hanging out over there. And you can find me on social, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, at Jake Baldino. If for some reason you need to yell at me, that's fine. But if you enjoyed this, clicking the like button does help us out, and may I remind you that every Tuesday we are live at 4 p.m. Eastern talking about stuff in a live talk show format. We are also on a playlist on the main YouTube channel page of Game Ranks. You can find previous episodes there if you want to go check that out. But otherwise, if you're new, you should subscribe and hit that notification bell, because YouTube's kind of weird and we put out videos every single day, so you don't want to miss anything. But that's it. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.